Now the third one is what? Displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction? The reaction in which the place of the ion of a less reactive element in a compound is taken by another more reactive element by the formation of its own ions is called displacement reaction. You'll understand by the example. If I take copper sulfate, blue colored copper sulfate solution, a blue colored copper sulfate solution, and if I add zinc in it, zinc dust in it, what we get? Colorless zinc sulfate solution, colorless zinc sulfate solution plus copper atoms are formed. So in this, the Zn2 plus ion, the Zn ions which comes from Zn atoms displaces or takes the place of copper ions, that is, it takes the place of copper ions to form copper atom which comes out, and this copper atom is formed from what? Cu2 plus ion. So Zn2 plus ion, in short, Zn displaces copper and takes its place, and copper is separated from it. So Zn displaces copper from its place. That is why it is known as displacement reaction. Another example is what? Copper sulfate plus lead gives what? Lead sulfate plus copper. So in this, lead displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, from copper sulfate, and takes the place of copper. That is, in place of copper, lead is placed. So that is why, since lead displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, it is known as displacement reaction. Another example is of iron. Copper sulfate plus iron gives what? FeSO4 plus copper. So these are the examples of displacement reaction. So displacement reaction में क्या होता है? Zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and forms zinc sulfate and copper. Same way, lead displaces copper from copper sulfate solution to form lead sulfate plus copper. And iron, that is Fe, displaces copper from copper sulfate solution to form FeSO4 plus Cu. Since Fe, Pb and Zn displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, it is known as displacement reaction. So the reaction in which the place of the ion of a less reactive, Cu is less reactive than zinc, zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc, which is more reactive, displaces the less reactive ion and takes its place. That is known as displacement reaction. Fourth type of chemical reaction is what? Double displacement reaction. Now before I explain double displacement reaction, you had studied in a compound, for example NaCl. Now in this compound there are two ions. The first one Na is always positive and the second one is negative. तो NaCl कोई भी कंपाउंड में दो आयन्स रहते हैं, एक पॉजिटिव आयन और एक नेगेटिव आयन. यहाँ पे सोडियम पॉजिटिव है, क्लोरीन नेगेटिव है, एंड कंपाउंड में हमेशा पहला पॉजिटिव रहता है, नेगेटिव बाद में रहता है. वी डोंट राइट दिस वे. We write always the positive first and then we write the negative. So in a compound, always there are two ions, one is positive and one is negative, and we always write the positive first and the negative afterward. तो compound में हमेशा दो आयन्स रहता है, एक पॉजिटिव आयन और एक नेगेटिव आयन. जैसे कि सोडियम क्लोराइड में सोडियम प्लस है और Cl माइनस है, तो ये हमेशा पहला वाला प्लस रहता है और सेकंड वाला माइनस रहता है. हमेशा अपन Cl माइनस और Na नहीं लिखते, पहले हमेशा पॉजिटिव लिखते हैं और बाद में नेगेटिव लिखते हैं. तो डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट में ये आयन्स एक्सचेंज होता है. तो द रिएक्शन इन विच द आयन्स इन द रिएक्टेंट, तो जो आयन्स है वो एक्सचेंज करता है अपना प्लेस एंड फॉर्म्स अ प्रेसिपिटेट, एंड अ प्रेसिपिटेट इज फॉर्म दैट इज नोन एज सोडियम, दैट इज नोन एज डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट. नाउ यू हैड स्टडीड बिफोर equation 9. What was equation 9? It is given in page number 33. Equation 9 is given in page number 33. We had studied that AgNO3, in this is positive and this is negative, plus NaCl This is positive and this is negative. So in double displacement, the ions get exchanged. This Na will come over here and Ag will go over here. तो Ag जो पॉजिटिव आयन है वो इधर आ जाएगा और Na जो इधर का पॉजिटिव है वो इधर आएगा. तो आयंस एक्सचेंज देयर प्लेस इन द रिएक्टेंट. रिएक्टेंट क्या होता है? एरो के पहले जो लिखा रहता है उसको रिएक्टेंट बोलता है. तो रिएक्टेंट में आयंस exchange to form a precipitate. So these ion exchange their place and forms a precipitate. So Ag will come over here, so it will become what? AgCl. So here this is minus, this is positive, and a white precipitate is formed. So when Ag and Cl combines, a white precipitate is formed. And the next one is what? NaNO3. This Na will join with NO3. So Na plus NO3 minus. So in this is known as double displacement reaction. So in double displacement reaction, ions in the reactant exchange their places and a precipitate is formed. What color is of this precipitate? White precipitate is formed. This is known as double displacement reaction. Another example is given on page number 31. Page 31, activity 3. In that, what was given? When barium sulfate, BaSO4, barium sulfate, when reacts with potassium chromate, K2CrO4, then what happens? These two exchange their place. Ba will come over here and K2 will go over here. So when Ba comes over here, it will become BaCrO4, BaCrO4, and this is a precipitate and it is yellow in color. Plus what is formed? Now Ba comes over here, K2 will come over here, so it will form K2SO4. K2SO4. So whenever the ions exchange their place, a precipitate is formed, and such a reaction is known as double displacement reaction. Now what is endothermic reaction? In endothermic reaction, heat has to be supplied for the reaction has to take place, or it absorbs the heat from the surrounding. For example, KNO3, when potassium nitrate is dissolved in water, then it takes the heat dissolved in water, then we get KNO3 solution. We get a solution of KNO3. Here it takes the temperature from it takes the heat from the water to make itself dissolve in the water. तो water से वो heat लेता है ताकि वो dissolve हो जाए water में, और जब भी वो water से heat लेता है तो temperature of the water decreases. तो solution का temperature जो रहता है वो कम हो जाता है. तो here when KNO3 is dissolved in water, we get KNO3 solution, and KNO3 takes the heat from the surrounding. What is the meaning surrounding? Surrounding बोला है तो बाहर का temperature नहीं, पानी में से वो heat लेता है और dissolve करता है, and therefore after the reaction the temperature of the solution decreases. Such a type of reaction is known as endothermic reaction, or melting of ice. Melting of ice is also an endothermic reaction. In this it takes the temperature from the surrounding, from the air, atmosphere, and melts itself. So when it takes a temperature, when it takes a heat, not temperature, when it takes a heat from the surrounding, then it is said to be endothermic reaction, and after the reaction always the temperature of the solution decreases. Sometimes we have to supply heat. So if you have to supply heat, then above the arrow a triangle will be drawn which shows that heat is supplied to it, or heat will be returned in the beginning of the arrow, before the arrow. Before the arrow heat will be returned. If heat is written before the arrow or triangle is drawn above the arrow, then it is an endothermic reaction. Triangle draw करने का मतलब क्या है कि हीट अपन सप्लाई करते हैं ताकि रिएक्शन होवे, और अगर हीट एरो के पहले लिखा रहता है तो भी एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन रहता है. इट टेक्स द हीट फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग in order so that the reaction takes place. So such a reaction in which it takes the heat from the outside, or we have to supply heat from outside, then it is said to be endothermic reaction. The resulting product, the temperature of the resulting product will always be less. Why? Because it has absorbed the heat. Now exothermic reaction. Exothermic is just the opposite of endothermic reaction. In endothermic reaction, heat has to be supplied, over here heat is formed. For example, NaOH when mixed in water, so dissolution of NaOH gives NaOH solution which will be little solution which will be slightly warm. Why? Over here heat is formed, that is why it is warm. Now what is the meaning of dissolution? In such a reaction, not necessary a new substance has to be formed. So not necessary that a new substance is formed. So when you mix NaOH in water, no new substance are formed, just a solution of NaOH is formed. So that is the meaning of dissolution. Not necessary that a new substance has to be formed. In chemical reaction, a new substance is formed. In chemical reaction, new substance is formed. There is a question on page number 39. What is the difference between dissolution? On page number 39, use your brain power. What is the difference between dissolution and chemical reaction? In dissolution, not necessary a new substance is formed, and in chemical reaction, always a new substance is formed, which will be completely different from the reactant. So that was the answer of the use your brain power questions which are given in use your brain power in page number 39. So what is exothermic reaction? In which heat is formed after the reaction, then it is said to be exothermic reaction. Now in concentrated sulfuric acid, if you want to add water or make it dilute, we never take we don't add water into the sulfuric acid. So we don't add water in sulfuric acid to make it dilute. Why we don't add water in sulfuric acid? While adding water in the sulfuric acid, lot of heat is obtained, and this heat evaporates the water, and there is a possibility that accidents can be possible. A person may get burned. So in order to avoid this accident, we take water in a glass container, and then slowly we add the acid, and then we add the acid to it. That too little by little, not all together, little by little. In small quantity, you are supposed to add the acid in the water. So you take the water in a glass container. To that water you add acid little by little by continuously stirring it. Continuously stirring the solution. In this way, very little heat will be formed, and hence accidents can be avoided. So never add water to acid, because it may lead to accident. We should always add acid to water. So take some water in a container, glass container, and then add acid little by little and continuously stir while adding it. So very little amount of heat is obtained during this, and hence the accidents can be avoided. Now what is the difference between endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction? In endothermic reaction, heat is either absorbed from the surrounding or heat has to be supplied from outside. तो बाहर से heat करना पड़ता है, या तो heat वो surrounding से absorb करता है, तो उसको बोलते हैं endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction, in exothermic chemical reaction, heat is given away. So after the reaction, whatever product is formed, it will be slightly warm. So over here the temperature of the resulting solution will be less, and over here the temperature of the resulting solution will increase or will be more. Now if you have to identify whether it's an endothermic reaction or exothermic reaction, if heat is written before the arrow, then it is if it is written before the arrow, then it is an endothermic reaction. So it is an endothermic reaction. अगर हीट एरो के पहले लिखा है तो उसको एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन बोलता है. अभी सेकेंड वाले में हीट एरो के बाद में लिखा है तो उसको बोलता है एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. तो यहाँ पे हीट उसने एब्जॉर्ब किया है, और यहाँ पे हीट गिव अप कर देता है, सो द टेम्परेचर इंक्रीजेज आफ्टर द रिएक्शन. नेक्स्ट वन, HCl plus NaOH gives NaCl plus H2O plus heat. Now your heat is written after the arrow, so it is an exothermic reaction. Now over here 2KClO3, over here above the arrow triangle is drawn, that means heat is supplied over here. So whenever a triangle is drawn above the arrow which indicates heat is supplied, then it is an endothermic reaction. So it's very easy to find out whether it's an exothermic or endothermic. If heat or triangle, if heat is written before the arrow or triangle is drawn above the arrow, then it is an endothermic reaction, and if heat is written after the arrow, then it is an exothermic reaction. Now some reactions occur very faster and some reaction occurs very slowly. So that this shows that the rate of different reaction is different. Now if I change the condition of this reaction, then may be possible that this reaction may occur very faster. So what are the factors which affect the rate of chemical reaction? So which are the factors which affect the rate of chemical reaction? उसका मतलब क्या है, कौन सा reaction किस वजह से कोई रिएक्शन जल्दी होता है और कोई रिएक्शन स्लोली होता है. द फर्स्ट वन इज नेचर ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट्स. इफ आई टेक अल्यूमिनियम एंड ऐड HCl to it, and if I take zinc and add HCl to it, then this takes place faster and forms hydrogen gas over here. Hydrogen gas is formed and this takes place faster. In this case also hydrogen gas is formed, but this takes place very slowly. So this indicates that the nature of the reactant, the rate of the chemical reaction depends upon the nature of the reactant. What type of reactant it is, it depends upon that, and according to that the rate of chemical reaction can either be faster or slowly. In this case, aluminum, when it reacts with hydrochloric acid, hydrogen gas is produced, but the rate of reaction is faster. In this case also, when hydrochloric acid is added to Zn, then hydrogen gas is formed, but it occurs very slowly. So it depends upon the nature of the reactant. So rate of chemical reaction depends upon the nature of the reactant. अगर मैंने अल्यूमिनियम लिया और उसमें हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड डाला, और अगर मैंने जिंक लिया, इसमें भी मैंने हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड डाला, दोनों में हाइड्रोजन गैस प्रोड्यूस होता है, लेकिन अल्यूमिनियम वाला फास्टर होता है और जिंक वाला स्लोली होता है. तो इससे अपन को क्या पता चलता है कि रेट ऑफ केमिकल रिएक्शन डिपेंड्स अपॉन द नेचर ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट. रिएक्टेंट अभी पता रहना चाहिए, जो भी एरो के पहले लिखा रहता है उसको रिएक्टेंट्स बोलता है. सेकेंड वन, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट, साइज ऑफ द पार्टिकल्स of the reactants. Now if I take Shahabad tiles, pieces of Shahabad tiles in one test tube and add HCl, and in the other case I'll take powdered Shahabad tiles. तो शाहबाद टाइल्स को मैं पाउडर करके एक टेस्ट ट्यूब में डालेगी और उसमें भी मैं हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड डालेगी. तो दोनों में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस फॉर्म होता है. तो एफोवेसेंस ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस इज फॉर्म. तो इन वन टेस्ट ट्यूब इफ आई टेक पीसेस, टुकड़े टुकड़े लेगी शाहबाद टाइल्स का, और दूसरा टेस्ट ट्यूब में पाउडर करके शाहबाद टाइल्स लेगी, दोनों में HCl डालेगा, दोनों में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फॉर्म होता है, लेकिन पीसेस ऑफ शाहबाद टाइल्स में बहुत स्लोली होता है, और अगर मैंने पाउडर करके शाहबाद टाइल्स लिया रहेगा तो उसमें फास्टर होता है. सो इन दिस, when I take powdered Shahabad tiles and add hydrochloric acid, then the effervescence of carbon dioxide is faster in powdered one Shahabad tile. But when I take pieces of Shahabad tiles and add hydrochloric acid, in this also carbon dioxide is formed, but it takes place slowly. So the rate of chemical reaction depends upon the size of the particles of the reactants. Now third one is, it depends upon the concentration concentration of reactants. Now if I take a concentrated dilute hydrochloric acid and add CaCO3, and in the other case I'll take concentrated hydrochloric acid and add CaCO3. Now in this case the CaCO3 will disappear very slowly, and CO2 is formed over here. And in this case, when I take concentrated hydrochloric acid, it will disappear faster. CaCO3 will disappear faster. And in this also CO2 gas is formed. तो अगर मैंने CaCO3 लिया और उसमें डाइल्यूट हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड लिया डाला, और दूसरा टेस्ट ट्यूब में CaCO3 लेके कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड डाला, तो जो कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड में वो CaCO3 डिसअपियर हो जाता है, लेकिन फटाफट डिसअपियर होता है और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फॉर्म होता है, और डाइल्यूट HCl में वो बहुत स्लोली डिसअपियर होता है. CaCO3 विल डिसअपियर वेरी स्लोली. इसमें भी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड होता है, बनता है, लेकिन डाइल्यूट में धीरे से होता है, कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड में फटाफट होता है, जल्दी होता है. तो नेचर, द रेट ऑफ द केमिकल रिएक्शन डिपेंड्स अपॉन द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट्स, दैट इज इट इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ रिएक्टेंट्स.